I gotta get one of these. Yeah.
Just come to Calgary.
Yeah.
Just come to Calgary.
That's all I have to do?
That's all you gotta do.
Just show up and I'll get one.
Yeah.
Plan on seeing me there.
Okay, sounds good.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Roma, and this is my husband, Bala. I'm the quieter one in the family, if you guys don't know that already. There's none of this. Scott knows what I'm talking about. No, it's not. Yeah. Yahoo! Yahoo! So, while we're waiting for the slides, the purpose of our talk this morning, District Governor Sharna asked Bala and myself to talk a little bit about the foundation, and there's a few other great speakers after us that will also be talking about the foundation. We're going to kind of set up what the foundation is, because there are some people in this room that are not familiar with the Rotary Foundation and are actually probably not Rotarians as yet. So our purpose is really to talk about the foundation, but while we're waiting for the slides, how many of you, just by a raise of hands, no judgment, how many of you give to the foundation today? Excellent. And on the level, how many of you have earned a Paul, or how many of you are Paul Harris? Fantastic. How many of you are major donors? Fantastic. And then, as a special recognition, how many of you, or would our AKS members please stand up, because it's a very important category? Would our AKS members please stand up? And please give a big round of applause. For those of you that don't know what AKS is, it's called the Arch Clump Society. And these are people that have given over a period of time $250,000 or more to the foundation and continue to give. So thank you. And people always say congratulations. Actually, you should tell them thank you. They are supporting your projects. They're supporting the Rotary. Okay, we are ready. Thank you. So Bala has challenged me. He says, I bet you I can do this presentation in less time than you can. So we're doing a little competition, because neither one of us has ever done it within our time limit. Sorry, Sherman. But I just want to briefly go through what is the Rotary Foundation. So the foundation really is the charitable arm of Rotary International. It's the 501(c)(3), it's the charitable arm of how we give and support our projects, and also basically help us really keep that wheel turning within Rotary. So what's the mission of the Rotary Foundation? It's really to enable Rotarians to do service in the world. It allows you guys to do your projects all over the world, whether it's through grants or whether it's through whatever the form mechanism is. And one of the things I do want to say is you guys should all be proud. I believe it's over 16 years now that we've been rated the top highest in the Charity Navigator. It's an organization that rates different organizations, and we have been at the top for, I believe, over 16 consecutive years in a row. So that is actually fabulous. So most of you know this, but just for those that don't know this, there are actually three major ways to support the Rotary Foundation. One is through donating through the End Polio Now category. The other one is through the annual fund, and I'll go through these really briefly in just a second. And then the third way is the endowment fund. And all of them are important, but it just depends on the category you donate to, determines what type of projects that it's going to go through. So for example, the Polio Plus is specifically focused on ending polio now. Just for the Rotarians in the room and everybody else, how close are we to eradicating polio across the world? Right? 99.9% as of today. There are a few cases in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and hopefully it won't come back anywhere else in the world as the world politics is changing. But we have to be, as Rotarians, be behind us. So when you donate to the Polio Plus or the Polio Foundation or the Polio Arm, It is matched by the Melinda and Gates Foundation 2-to-1. Okay, so every dollar that you give is matched 2-to-1. You can't get a better matching than that. Okay? And I mentioned already about Afghanistan and Pakistan. So the annual fund. The annual fund is probably really, really, really important for us as a district. Why? Because when you donate to the annual fund, it funds all the Rotary grants, right? That's the arm that funds everything except polio. Wait, go back a second, please. Thank you. Don't be too quick on that. You're just trying to get my time. But it's also, it contributes directly to the clubs. So the clubs get back the money that's donated to the annual fund, depending on how much you donate, in the form of DDF or district direct funds. And all of you guys have, I'm sure, almost all the clubs have applied through our district foundation team to apply for your club grants, where your club then matches as well. So very important. So again, polio doesn't come back to the districts. Annual fund does come back to the districts. So be very cognizant when you donate, and please donate it to both, because they're both very important. And then, so this just shows you how the funds come back. So I just mentioned that, so let's just go past that. And then the endowment fund is next. And the endowment fund is basically relatively new, but it's really to help with the future of Rotary. So these funds are then invested within Rotary and helps to maintain the life of, or it helps to grow the funds that are in there currently. Okay. Again, if you know that basic fact, and when you go through and donate it to Rotary, you know exactly which arm you're donating. I knew a few years ago somebody that was donating to polio and thought that money was coming back, and we had to then do a trail, and the money that goes into the polio fund is specifically used to eradicate polio. Okay, and then there are a lot, and this is an eye test. So all those optometrists in the room leave. There are a lot of programs that the Rotary Foundation supports, and it goes anywhere from the Peace Centers to disaster grants, global grants, which we're going to talk a little bit about in a minute, the district grants, Peace Centers, Polio Plus, we've talked about all that. And then there are sustainable goals that Rotary is focused on. There's 17 sustainable goals, and all of those fall, our areas of focus fall within those sustainable goals. So most of you know this, that we have 7 areas of focus. What was the most recent one that we added like 4 years ago?